Welcome back, everyone. How are you today? I'm excited to sit with you and talk today because today we're going to talk about your dream. Your dream. How many of you have forgotten how to dream out there? So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. So welcome back. This is Straight Talk, and I'm your host, Maria Cestero. So let's talk a little bit about the dream. Do you remember back when you were young and nothing in the world interfered with how you were thinking, and you just, every day was amazing, and every day was about what you wanted to be when you grew up? How many times do people say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or what do you want to be when you graduate high school? And it's very, very interesting because I found that as the years have gone on, your dreams change. Isn't that crazy? Your dreams change. So they change from when you're a youth going into, say, high school. And then when you get into high school, what you thought maybe you wanted to do with your life has changed and you become something else totally different. And then when you get to your 30s, it changes again, and your 40s changes one more time. And here I am at 50, and I'm like, wow, I've really got some intense dreams at this point, and I'm not done. Like, I want so many things to happen. So what's your dream? And, most of you that I'm speaking to right now are women like myself who have gone through the struggle, whether you were a single mom or just financially hurting. But even so, I want you to revisit your dream. I want you to allow yourself to dream. Think about what someone could do when you just let your mind go. So I'm going to share a little bit about my dream. So I actually have a couple of dreams, two that are very, very strong for me. One of them is the short term. I'm hoping to retire my husband. My goal is within this year to retire him. And that is so exciting for me. I've been wanting to do that now for roughly 5 years. I was with another network marketing company, and that one really wasn't the vehicle to get done what I wanted to get done. But this one is. This one is. And I am so on point and so excited about it that I can feel it in my bones. Like, it is so deep. And I am beside myself of what could happen if I finally can say to him, you don't have to go to work anymore. You don't have to. If you want to, you can, but want and have to are two totally different things. Now, luckily for us, we built successful businesses and we don't have debt. We're debt free, but I still have dreams. We're still working at certain things. So that's my first one. So my first one is to be able to retire him. My second one is very, very big. And I mean, it is audaciously big, and people can't wrap their minds around it. But I just have it in my heart, and it's something I want to do so badly. So when I was younger, my parents had gotten divorced before I was the age of 2. And in learning my mother's story, because I didn't really have a relationship with my mother until I was 18. And of course, at 18, I'm asking all kinds of questions, like, where are you from? What's your backstory? Like, all of it, almost like meeting a new friend. So when I talked to her, she told me about, she was born in Greece, and her parents both had passed away, one from being murdered, one from passing in her arms of a heart attack. And then she was brought over here to the United States. She lived here, and she was adopted. And when her father had passed away, her adoptive mother had passed away, then her adoptive father passed away, but he had remarried. So she had a stepmother. So that stepmother then put her into a, back then they called them orphanage, right? So she went into a quote unquote orphanage, and she lived her life there. And that's where she met my father. So what I want to get at with this is where I'm going. And that's just a little tiny bit of the storyline. But what I see down there, because the facility is still functioning and I love it. It's helping so many children. So I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to provide so much money to that facility in particular that it gives them the ability to do so much for those kids that don't have parents. It's important for me to put my touch on it. And I'm excited to do that. These are kids that are just misplaced and they deserve so much more. So I want to get them what they need. I want to get them to be able to play outside sports, not just school sports, because that's all that can be afforded because it's free or so-called free for them. I want to be able to do so much. And that's a big, big one. That's a big one, right? We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to get something organized like that, to donate to each kid, to pay for their college when they come out, to help them get a business started, to do so much for them. That's my big dream. So I want you to sit back and I want you to just take 10 to 15 minutes and start thinking about what your dream is. Right now, your dream could just be, I want to pay my damn bills on time. Listen, that's an awesome dream because that's where I started. Actually, where I started was being able to buy groceries. That's where I started. So let's talk about that. Let's get into that dream. Maybe it is just buying groceries like me, paying the bills on time with no worries, no creditors calling the house anymore. And then you upscale it to get your mortgage paid. And then maybe you can retire so you could be a full-time parent. And then you go from that to let's go on these big vacation. Let's do a 2-week vacation, not just a 4-day or a long 3-day weekend. Right? So the dreams can keep growing. Maybe you're driving a car right now that you're just hopeful it's going to make a couple more months and that nothing major is going to go wrong because you know, just like I knew, I didn't have the money. So let's get those dreams going again. Don't worry about what's going on outside. Don't worry about what's going on in the world right now because inflation's not stopping. Things are not stopping. So you need to take it into your own hands. Take it into your own hands and do something about it. So dream again. Dream again. I would love to see you reach out to me and just tell me what your dream is. And let me help cheer you on to get to that. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I love when I hear from people who have such big dreams for themselves. I'm here to tell you if I can do it, if I can get my dream that was back up and running again, so can you. Because when I tell you I was down and out, I was writing checks on Thursday and Friday because I knew they wouldn't clear till Tuesday, just so my family could eat. It was bad. It was bad. But the dream kept me alive. The dream is what I kept pushing for, what I was capable of doing, where I could go, how I could do it. I never gave up on the dream. And I don't want you to give up on yours. So guys, reach out to me. Let me know your dream. Thank you for joining me today. This is Straight Talk. I'm your host, Maria Sestero, and I will see you guys all again soon. Have a great day, guys.